Is Regina Rossi-Lamothe. I am here behind the scenes with last night's guest of honor, Tia Jackson. She is,
Hello.
hello, Tia. She is 16-year-old incredible entrepreneur who has started her incredible business called Cycle Empowerment. And if you missed that conversation last night, guess what? We are always on replay at Rise and Thrive Together on YouTube, Rise and Thrive Together on our Facebook page and our Instagram page. So go and check that out. But we wanted so excited. I mean, we had so much fun last night. We got to know Tia's mom, we got to know Tia's dad, we got to know about her family and mostly about herself, that we do a little bit behind the scenes. So we brought her back on for a few minutes. And Tia, just thanks for coming back. Thanks for jumping on.
Thank you
And
for having me.
you're welcome. And I'm going to start a little bit differently today. I want to know from you and share with the audience, what did you take away with yesterday? Like, what was your experience about being on the show, and what did you walk away with? What did you learn about yourself?
So for me, I found that it was first an incredible experience. And I would like to say that it definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone because yes, I'm used to posting things online, but I can usually edit them and I can see this. So having to talk about myself just live, I got to see, okay, this is how I operate. This is how I go. And it was just a very humbling experience, I would say.
Ooh, tell me a little bit more about what you mean by this is how you operate, this is how it goes. Share a little bit more
Yeah.
about that.
Now with me, I noticed I'm a very particular type of person. I know my vision and I know how I want it to come off. So when I'm not able to edit this, or let's say maybe I was hunched over or something, I'm like, oh, okay, let me just catch this and edit this out and change it a little bit. But when I'm live and when I'm being interviewed or when it's just like a round table type talk, you can't really do that. And I found it interesting. I was a little uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie, but that's how it's going to be. It was my first experience and there's going to be plenty more to come.
Yes. So you got that, viewers. She went out of her comfort zone. Our sister Raquel is out doing what she needs to do in her area, working for the NAACP. And she always says, hey, guys, what are you afraid of? Well, guess what? Do it afraid anyway. And that's what Tia just shared, right? She was uncomfortable and she did it anyway, got out of her comfort zone. And I love it. So, it doesn't matter. Someone like myself and Raquel or many people. I was just on a leadership team call before. It doesn't matter how seasoned you are. For me, when you get that uncomfortability, when you get that kind of butterflies, it means that you're really committed. You're really committed to whatever you want to talk about, right? To make a difference. So why don't you just share really quickly again what cycle empowerment is about?
Hi, Cycle Empowerment. Hello, I'm the founder and CEO of Cycle Empowerment. It is a feminine hygiene business. So that means we are focused on spreading positive period information whilst also helping create better products not only for your body but for the environment.
Love it. I love it. Awesome. So you got that 16 years old in school, has a business, out to make a difference, not just for women, but for the planet. And she's out to have those conversations with young children, women, young boys, and men, because this is a community. It is a whole humanity issue, and that she wants to educate and have you learn about it, and also to support you in being able to have products that are healthier for your body and for the planet. So she is out there making that difference. Now here we go. We've got a big audience. We've got an audience that everybody's connected to somebody some way in youth. What do you want to say to your peers? What do you want to say to them? Like, man, you know, I'm not like Tia. Like, I got an idea, but I don't think I can do it. Or I'm doing it, but it's not working. What do you want to say to them?
Okay. If I had to say any, I feel like the most important thing, one thing that really changed my perspective was realizing that I am courageous. Now, what I mean by that and why it's so important is people usually say, you're so confident, you're so brave. But bravery is the absence of fear, while being courageous is, despite having that fear, you continue to do it and you would continue to achieve your goals. Now, once I realized that, I got to sit back for a second and realize all the mental blocks I kind of had. Some I got over, and some little by little I'm getting better at. But if I had to leave anyone with any type of advice, no matter if you're anxious or nervous or scared, do not succumb to fear. Be courageous and just go for it. Because no matter, let's say you're pitching something and you got no, rejection after rejection, you have to be courageous and continue to go despite that. Because this person may think it's stupid, but some other people will invest in it. So, yes.
That is a drop mic. If we had some sound effects, that's a drop mic. I love that. Where like courageous
Mhm.
is the opportunity to walk through the fear
Yes.
anyway, right? It is, if we learn to become partners, right?
Mhm.
Fear is an emotion. You know,
Yeah.
Raquel and I talk about this. It's an emotion. I think about taking your temperature, right?
Mhm.
Having a thermometer. So when fear comes in, if you're taking your temperature, either
Yes.
some people's temperature will rise high or some people will have low temperature. So it's just having you realize like what's happening, and it blocks you. Like you said, you embraced it. You embraced your fear and you were like, I am more committed to the difference I want to make for people and the planet than I am to this emotion that is working for me. Does that like make
Yeah.
sense?
Yes,
Nice.
it really does. And I feel like it's very important because people, they tend to look at celebrities with the rise of like TikTok and like Instagram, all that jazz. People compare their lives to other people, like, ooh, look at this house. Ooh, look how they're always dressed. But you don't realize all the stuff that they had to do to get to this point. And everything that you see on social media is not always completely 100% true. Like I said, with even with my videos, I edit them a little bit so you don't see me like weirdly laughing. But I find it very important that people realize, don't base your um where you at in life on other people's success that you see.
Mm. Don't base where you're at in life on other people's successes.
Yes.
That is powerful. Like if anybody's on and you want to put something in the chat, that's another drop mic. I love it. I absolutely love that one. All right, we got a few minutes left and I'm super excited. Why don't you share how people can reach you, how they can connect with you, and most of all, what is your big ask to the community here? What would you like to ask them?
Okay. Ooh, okay. How can you reach me? You can reach me by any one of my Instagram accounts or cycle empowerment, my podcast, Mom Can We Talk? Let's see. If you just want to see anything about my life, maybe me dancing, at T Monet, anything like that, T Monet. Let's see, my big ask, I'm not sure. I'm trying to think. I'm supposed to dream big. Just always pray for me, pray for yourselves, and just let me see, big ask, big ask. I would say share my message because I feel like that's one of the biggest things that can get out there, exposure. Because maybe you can't help me financially. Maybe you can't help me. Maybe you're not experienced in this field, but you may have a friend, you may have a cousin who does know something about it, who can help invest in me. So that exposure, I would say.
That is beautiful. So you can follow Tia Jackson. She's got a phenomenal email right there that I'm putting on there. And for all you Instagrammers out there, she's got a beautiful Instagram account. And she has a fabulous podcast as well. And we got to meet her mom and her dad last night. Now, Tia, should
Yeah.
we share with the group before we end, what exciting news you might want to share? You may not have to, but would you like to know what happens when you take that risk and fear anyway and bring the courage to come onto a show, and what opportunities might show up for you? What you want to share with the audience?
I would love for you to share because I feel like you can say it better than I can.
All right, guys, I don't know if you know, but there is an amazing conference here. It is called the Global Vision Conference. It is the 10th conference of 2024 this Saturday, January 20th. It is www.globalvisionconference.com. This is about visionaries. It doesn't matter if you have a business or you don't have a business. If you just stop and connect to your heart, connect to source, connect to God, you have a vision that you want to make an impact on, people will be at this conference. It is an opportunity to connect. It is an opportunity to collaborate. It is opportunity to have your vision come into reality. And we have amazing speakers around the world coming to share their stories, to empower and to really educate and have you have what you want for your life now. And Tia was so inspiring that Johnny Reagan, the visionary, the dreamer of all dreams, to have this, because his vision, guys, his vision is that every single child have food, clothing, and shelter, and movies and popcorn. And he has had that dream since he was a child, and he is making that happen globally around the world. He loved Tia so much that he contacted myself and Raquel, and he said, we have to have her there, not just to be there, but to get up on stage. He said her message and who she is powerful. And Raquel got to share that with Tia last night. And Tia and I behind the stage, guess what, guys? We can hold the dream little and we'd be like, well, she lives in New Jersey. It's Florida. It's the weekend. She's got so much going on. There's other family members. But guess what? Johnny and I prayed and we held that vision. We know who she was. And if we did not ask the big ask, then she wouldn't be there. So guess what, guys? Tia Jackson is on stage at the Global Vision Conference in Fort Lauderdale. So, oh my goodness, we are super excited. Johnny doesn't even know yet. So hopefully Johnny's like watching this and we're
Yes.
connecting when we're done to have this all worked out. So guess what? Take a book. Take a lesson from Tia's book, right? Walk courageously through your fear. And if you're not sure how to do that, reach out to Tia. Reach out to Raquel and I. Reach out to someone. If you're watching this and you're like, I don't have anybody, you do, because you're here watching us. She's available. Raquel's available. I'm available. Tia's family is available. My family's available. They're incredible people. You're not alone. Because remember, together we can rise and thrive. Till next time, guys.
Bye, guys.